Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. So for today's look, I did a St. Patrick's Day themed look. It's a bunch of greens and glitters and then some added rainbow in there for that Irish leprechaun vibe. Kind of made me think of Lucky Charms. But anyway, if you want to see how I did this, just keep on watching. Alright guys, so I'm starting out with the face of my primer, and I'm going to be using the Benefit Professional. And I'm going to be using the Nivea Post Sensitive Shave Balm. I know this primer is kind of old and it's been told that's not really good for your skin, but I don't have a primer right now, so this is just my backup. So if you know any good primers, recommend some to me because I am on the hunt for a good primer. So I'm just going to dot that along my face and just rub that. Alright, so for foundation, I'm going in with the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin, and I am in the shade 20 Classic Ivory, and I think it's actually slightly a little too dark. I think I need to get the shade lighter, which is really sad because I think that's like the whitest shade they have. So I'm just going to take some on the back of my hand and just use my beauty blender and just start bouncing that on my face. Concealer, and I believe this is also a little yellow for me, a little too dark. I'm so bad about matching shades from the drugstore because you can't sample them. But I have the shade 20 Sand. It's a little yellow toned, but it works. And then you just want to blend that out with your beauty blender again. Alright, and then I'm taking just this sponge that I got from Forever 21, and I'm using that to bake, and I'm just using the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. I'm sure you've seen so many YouTubers use this. The only thing I don't like about loose powders, it gets so messy, everything just falls. So I just want to you always want to make sure that whatever you're wearing for the day, don't wear it while you're doing your makeup because you will get loose powder everywhere. And this actually smells really good. So I do have dry skin, so I don't leave it on for too long because then I just look cakey and over dried. So you just want to set that where you crease. Alright, and then I'm taking this just fluffy brush from e.l.f. and you're just going to dust all that off. Then I'm taking a bigger fluffy brush, and whatever that was left on the cap, like I'm not shaking out more, I'm just going to use whatever was left in here. Dust off the excess and just set the rest of your face. And usually after this step, I would spray my face with some sort of rose water, but I don't have it right now. So in order to just take out the cakey powder look, I'm just going to spray my face with the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. And that's just going to set the powder and just make the powder blend in with the foundation, so I don't have that powdery look. Alright, so now we are going to move on to the eyes, so I'll zoom you guys in. Alright, so firstly I'm going to go in. I honestly don't really know exactly what I'm doing, so I'm just going to kind of wing it. But I know I'm going to be using some greens. So let's see. So first I'm going to prime my eyelids with the NYX eyeshadow base. Just a big fluffy brush. And I'm taking the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I'm just taking the color White Peach to just set my primer. And I'm using the Morphe 350. And these don't have colors or whatever, but I'm just taking like this yellowy shade as my transition shade. Then I'm taking the 130 Professional palette. It just has a bunch of colorful colors. And I'm going to be taking this yellow shade right here and putting that on top of the transition shade. So I'm taking this green right here and putting that a little lower than the yellow. I don't know what the brush this is, but it's by e.l.f. Just looks like this. And I'm taking a slightly darker green, looks like this, and I'm putting that directly in the crease. Taking that darkest green we have right here, just to start giving it a bit more dimension, and you're gonna focus it more along the outer part of the eye. Then for more added dimension, you're gonna go in with this black. I'm gonna take that first fluffy brush and just kind of start blending everything together. Even take a little bit more of that yellow and really blend up here. But we're actually gonna do like a half cup crease. No. No. We're just gonna do a full cut crease. Using the NYX glitter primer to apply the glitter. I'm taking the NYX glitter, it's just the gold one, and I'm going to be applying that all over the lid. So now we have all that glitter. I'm just going to sharpen up the crease. I'm going to just take an angled brush and that dark green again. And you're just going to line the crease again, just to help add a bit more dimension to it. And then you can take that fluffy brush a bit. And then I'm going to do the same to just fill out the outside. So you're going to go in with that yellow and just kind of start blending it over here. So you're going to take another brush. And then you're going to go with that lime green again. Just kind of start bringing that over here. Slightly darker green. And darkest green. Just want to make sure everything is blended. I'm going to take that fluffy brush again and just kind of blend everything out. Then you're just going to go in with a little bit of black just to add a bit more dimension. Alright, so just make sure you blend all that together. Alright. Then I'm just going to take some concealer just to clean up the edges a bit. And you just blend that out with a beauty blender. And then you can just take a little bit of powder and set that. Alright, we're almost done with the eyes. So now for the inner corner, I'm taking that yellow and I'm popping that right in the middle. Alright. Then I'm taking the NYX Liquid Crystal Liner in the shade Crystal Silk. It's the gold one. And I'm popping that right into my inner corners. Now I'm going to go with my eyeliner. I'm not doing a wing today. I'm just going to do a thin line so we can add the lashes. So the lashes I'm going to be using today are the Kiss Ritzy Natural Black. They're these right here. They're very natural looking. They just flare out a little bit in the ends and it's very natural and pretty looking. And for the lash glue, I'm just going to be using the Duo Lash Adhesive. And I'm probably going to do this off camera because it's going to look very ridiculous for me to put on lashes on camera. So I added my lashes, so now I'm gonna go over my top. I'm gonna go over my top lashes with my Milani Big and Bigger Lashes mascara. So I already curled them as well. This just helps make the lashes a little darker and then just blend the real with the falsies. Now I'm gonna go on to my lower lash line. So I was going to do green, but I'm thinking leprechaun and rainbow, or leprechaun and St. Patrick's Day, it kind of screams rainbow. So I kind of want my lower lash line to be a rainbow. So I'm taking just like a flat brush. And I'm taking the Pro palette again. Just this red shade. I'm not going to point at them anymore, but just know that you're going to need a red shade. And you're just gonna dust that along here. It's gonna be your primary color. Okay. And then now you're gonna need an orange. And I'm just using the same brush, so it just blends. And now we're gonna go back to that yellow. And you do want the yellow to be the middle, and I'll show you why later. Why the yellow is gonna be the middle color. Then we're gonna go in with the green. And then finally the blue. So now you can see a closer look. We have a rainbow. And then you can just take a fluffy brush just to help blend that a bit. All right. And the reason we wanted the yellow to be in the corner, or not the corner, the middle, is because we're gonna take that crystal liner again and just put that ever so slightly right on the yellow part. So much glitter, I know. Then for my lower lash line, I am taking so much makeup up in here. Alright, I'm taking the Urban Decay Perversion Bigger, Blacker, Badder mascara. I like using the little baby mini sample mascaras for my lower lash line because it's usually a smaller brush, so it's easier to get right in your lower lash line. And that is it for the eyes. I'll give you guys a close-up. Alright, so for the rest of the face, I am going to go in with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer to just help bronze up and contour my skin a bit. So first, I'm going to go in with the Sculpting Brush by Real Techniques. And I'm going to carve out the part I want to contour, and then we're just going to blend it out. So I'm not rubbing it, I'm just bouncing it onto my skin. And then I'm going to do the same with my nose. Alright. Then I'm taking the Real Techniques blush brush, but I use it for just bronzer. And now it's when we're going to blend this all out. Then I'm taking that Airspun powder again, and we're gonna just chisel that out. So just taking some powder. Gonna chisel that. And chisel that as well. You don't leave it on for too long. I'm just gonna close my cap, grab my brush, and then just dust it away. It just creates a sharper contour. Alright, so for highlight, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna start off with the e.l.f. liquid highlight in Lilac Petal. So I'm gonna squeeze some to the back of my hand. In this small beauty blender, just as one of the tiny ones. And I'm just gonna bounce a bit, and then it's also just bounce a bit on the back of your hand again to take out the excess, because you don't want to put a big blob on your face. And then I'm just gonna lightly start dabbing that onto the high points of my cheekbone. And you just want to make sure you really blend that out. And it's good to start with a liquid highlight and then put your powder highlight on top of it, because it allows the powder to stick, and that's how you have that bing pop-in highlight. And it makes it look less chalky, and it just looks more blended and more of an inner glow. So also bring that to the almost the temples, just above your eyebrow. Dab off the excess and put some on my nose. And then on my Cupid's bow. I'm actually using an e.l.f. eyeshadow in the shade Enchanted. And I'm taking my e.l.f. highlighting brush. And what I like to do sometimes is I take the back of my brush and I break it a little bit, just to really make sure you get the powder. And then I just rub it. And just tap off the excess. And just begin highlighting. Do you see that? Ooh! You want to glow like the gold at the end of the rainbow. Boom! And then just go ahead and do the other side. Ooh! Something. Alright. Ooh! And then don't forget your nose. Cupid's bow, and then dust them along just a little bit. And now we got that popping glow. Alright, now silver blush. Okay. As always, I'm using Milani's Illuminoso. And I do find it better that when you do your highlight first and then your blush, it happens to make it blend better and it just looks more natural. And it helps the highlight not be so chalky. It helps the highlight be more from within. I don't know. And then I'm using my Makeup Fun. This is the Crown brush. I don't know what it's called or what number it is, but it's just this duo fiber brush. And I'm just tapping that and just lightly dusting some on the apples of my cheeks. All right. And then for lips, I'm using the ColourPop, that's not it. I'm using ColourPop Lippy Stick in the shade Taurus. I think it goes really good, especially for you Irish girls or your redheads. It's just a very reddish brown, so it looks really good and complements your hair color and your skin tone. I don't know, it just works really good with me. So just go ahead and pop that onto your lips. Alright, so we're done with the lips, so just go ahead and spray your face with some setting spray and set your makeup and you're pretty much done. Alright guys, this is the completed St. Patrick's Day inspired look. I hope you liked it. If you decide to recreate this look, make sure you tag me on Instagram or Twitter. I'll link my social media down below. And I hope you guys have a good holiday. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.